us start with AS9 revenue recognition. Then, whenever you are recording your revenue, then what you have to do? If there is any taxes, trade discount, volume, and VAT, you have to deduct while recognizing revenue as per AS9. Important, okay, for solving question. If they sell, when sale of good will be considered, if your transfer of significant risk and rewards and proper no effective control of seller. These two conditions you have to fulfill for revenue recognition. If both of them are not fulfilled, then you guys shall not recognize revenue as per AS9. If there is any rendering of services, completed services contract or proportional service contract. If complete service contract, then record as per record complete revenue. If there is any proportional, like in first month we will do some contract, in second year we will do, in second month we will do some the portion of the service, then on the basis of that proportion you have to record the revenue. If there is any interest, these three are the most ICAI favorite. Interest you have to recognize on type proportion basis, like on month wise, like January month interest, February month interest, like this. And royalty on accrual basis, when royalty will accrue, you have to recognize. It doesn't matter it is paid or not, received or not. In dividend, for dividend, when right dividend declared or right to payment is received, in that case you have to record the dividend. If there are some common conditions in these, or if no significant uncertainty regarding collection, most important, that at the time of making any services or goods to another person, then at that time there is no significant uncertainty regarding the collection or payment, or regarding the consideration that party will give that our consideration for giving our services and goods. If there is uncertainty at time of raising that claim, then you have to postpone that recognition. Important point I say must ask. And subsequent, if there is any subsequent, then you should create provision. There are some special cases. So if delivery is delayed at buy, recognize on the same date, but make sure that buy is accepted that goes on that day. Delivery subject to installation. If there is like delivery subject to installation, when the installation completed on that day, you have to recognize that revenue. If sale on approval basis, then three conditions must be checked. That either formal acceptance by that buy accepted that like 60% portions of good, and for 20% good he had done some act which is like adopting the transaction. Or third important, there is a depth of time, like sale on approval basis was 6 months from April to 30 September, but up to 10th October that buyer had not responded. In that case, you will recognize revenue as on 30th of September. Okay, guaranteed sale. Recognize sale, but make suitable provision. If you are doing any guaranteed sale, like for you are purchasing good, like electronic item, in that case, that is guaranteed sale. In that case, what company has to do? They will recognize 100% on revenue, but they shall make provision like 2% goods are returned in average in every 100 sales, two goods must be returned. In that case, company has to make a provision of their two goods. Okay. And then consignment sale by consignment to when the consignment sale goes to the third party. In that case, where on that day you have to recognize the revenue. If cash on delivery sale, when you are ordering the goods from Amazon, Flipkart, and that is on cash on delivery, then when cash is received, and at that day we have to recognize the revenue. If sale to distributor or other, if you are selling goods to distributor, otherwise when significant risk and reward are transferred, otherwise treat it as consignment sale. When you are selling goods to your distributor, at that time if you are given that risk and reward of those goods, on that day you can recognize the revenue. If you are not transfer the significant risk and reward, you have to treat as consignment sale. So as per consignment sale, when that distributor sell goods to third party, on that day it will be on that day you have to recognize the revenue. Subscription for publication. If you are subscribing for publication, in that case SLM, otherwise if various item are delivered. Advertisement agency. When advertisement appear before public, I say favorite. Okay. If tuition fee will be recorded over period of instruction. Insurance agent commission. So effective commencement or date of renewal or related policy, on that day you have to recognize revenue. Installation fee. When equipment is installed or accepted by customer. When equipment is installed and accepted by customer, on that day when both the conditions are fulfilled, on that day you have to recognize the revenue. If there is installation sale, installation fees is different, installation sales is different. So sale price shall be excluding interest. If there is any installation sale, ICAI will ask give you the interest, and you have to deduct it from sale price, and date of sale you have to recognize the sale, and that interest portion you have to recognize over the period of proportionate for unpaid balance. Okay, if payment in installation and delivery, if payment is in installment and delivery, when final payment is received, जब final payment when you are using when goods are delivered, few cases when significant deposit is received. If you have payment, you are doing payment in installment and delivery. When final payment is received, when goods are delivered, when goods are delivered, you have to recognize the revenue. And in some cases, when significant deposit, like 90% of the deposit had been received on that day, you will say that mostly cash has received, then we can recognize this revenue. Membership fees, when received is separate payment, then systematic and rational basis. If there is any price revision in the revenue item, then if there is any certainty of collection, and if you are doing inter-divisional transfer, like from A department to B department, you are selling those goods to one department to another department, then this is not revenue because it is within the company. So you don't, I say favorite. Okay, if there is any sale and repurchase agreement, sell and repurchase agreement, okay, then no revenue shall be recognized. And ex-showroom means you have taken scooty from the showroom, and when you are leaving the showroom, that scooty will be yours. Okay, so when the goods are leaving the showroom, and in that case, this will be tell ex-showroom on that day, the revenue shall be recognized by the showroom. Ex-factory means when goods are dispatched from factory, when goods are dispatching from the factory, on that day it will be, you have to recognize the revenue. Export sales, there are two cases. One is free on board and another one is CIF. FOB means free on board, when goods are delivered to shipping company. Whenever your goods are delivered to that shipping company, like free on board, it means there is no charge on the board. So when goods are delivered to shipping company, and shipping company will deliver this to your buyer party. So when goods are delivered to shipping company, that you have to recognize revenue if it is free on board. If there is any cost, insurance or freight charges is included. So when goods reach destination country, it means seller company had give goods to shipping company, and then shipping company had give goods to buyer. So on the part of the entry is filled, and then buyer has filled the entry, like all gross insurance freight payment has been done. So at that day, seller will recognize the revenue. I hope it will so helpful. I had covered all the adjustment of IC module, RTP, MTP, PYQ. There is no adjustment in AS9. Okay. Thank you so much. Like, share, follow, and comment down how the video it is.